you was true, from a certain point of view.
Hey Star Wars fans, thanks for tuning into Star Wars Doctrine. I'm Cody Dastrup, and today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about something I am incredibly excited about, and that is the new book that has been announced from a certain point of view, The Empire Strikes Back. This is going to be 40 stories celebrating 40 years of The Empire Strikes Back. If you haven't read the first From a Certain Point of View, it takes place over the course of the movie A New Hope, the original Star Wars, and it has 40 different stories, and they all take place during the same movie we're used to, but from different points of view of side characters. For example, we get to learn about the Jawas who find R2-D2, and we get to see Jot the Jawa, who has his own story and his own point of view, and it talks about why he decided not to wipe R2-D2's memory even though he was supposed to. And we get to see the point of view of the monster that lives in the trash compactor, and all sorts of just random stories, a mouse droid, all sorts of different points of view that we don't normally get to see, but we all know about most of these characters from the movie. And it's really cool to see the story we all love from different points of view and from the eyes of someone with a totally different perspective. And Empire Strikes Back's my favorite Star Wars movie, probably, and it has been for quite a while, so to get to see this story from some different points of view is just going to be really exciting. Each of these stories are fairly short, probably the length of one chapter to two chapters at the most per story. And it's a really fun read because you get just so many different stories all in one book, and it's, like I said, it's a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to what they're going to do with the Empire Strikes Back version of this. If you haven't checked out the first one, I highly recommend it. This book, we have gotten a couple of details, and including some of the points of view and stories we're going to get, as well as some of the authors. It's a pretty awesome list of authors that they've released so far. I haven't seen Claudia Gray's name yet, which, as a lot of you guys know, is my favorite Star Wars author, but they do have E.K. Johnston, Christy Golden, who both worked on From a Certain Point of View, the original, and so that'll be cool to see them back. And of course, a lot of other fantasy authors that haven't even been involved in Star Wars yet and will get their shot to be part of Star Wars canon with their stories. It's been pretty fun to kind of guess and wonder what stories they will do. Let me give you a couple of the confirmed stories that we do know will be in the book. Let's see here. Austin Walker is an author, and he's going to be writing about Dengar and IG-88, an unlikely and at odds pair of bounty hunters in search of Han Solo. So they're two of the bounty hunters, obviously, that we know Vader sends out to look for Han. Obviously, Boba Fett's the one that finds him, but these are pretty well-liked background characters. So obviously we know they won't succeed in finding Han, but it'll be fun to maybe learn why they aren't able to catch up with Han, what happens to them, and to kind of hear more about their story and get some background on the character. We're going to have author Hank Green tell about the life of a naturalist who cares for tauntauns living on Hoth, and that'll be interesting to see what the daily life of a tauntaun caretaker is on Hoth. Tracy Dion's tale is written from the point of view of the Cave of Evil on Dagobah. The author even revealed on Twitter that they allowed her to get really weird and dark. This is my probably my most desired story that I first thought of when I found out this was going to be a book. I am so happy they're doing this. The Cave of Evil, or the Dark Side Cave on Dagobah, has so much mystery around it, and it was always something that just piqued my curiosity, especially as a kid, not understanding what it was, and we still don't have a ton of canon information on how it works and things like that, but it'll be really interesting to see something from the cave's point of view, almost like it's alive. I wonder if that's more like we're seeing it from the dark side's point of view, because the dark side possesses the cave, or how exactly they're going to do that, I'm not sure, but she did say that they're going to get pretty dark and weird, so I imagine that'll be pretty interesting. Martha Wells will explore the world of Ugnaught clans who dwell in the depths of Cloud City, and that's really cool. Obviously, the Ugnaughts species are there when Han Solo is frozen in carbonite, and we see them a little bit throughout that Cloud City part of the film. So it'll be interesting to see, what exactly it is that they do on Cloud City. Mark Ashiro tells the tragic story of the Wampa's loss and survival. So that was interesting. He says the Wampa's survival, so it makes me feel like the Wampa who lost his arm to Luke is probably going to survive, but we might get to see his point of view, why he attacked Luke, and what he felt as Luke chopped his arm off. And Seth Dickinson will question the cost of serving the Empire aboard the bridge of a doomed Imperial starship. So that is the stories that have been confirmed. Obviously, there's 40 stories, and that's only 6 of them. So we got 34 more stories and points of view that we are going to get to see. And I have, my wishes and things that I think we'll do. Things I would like to see. We also put out a thing asking you guys what perspectives you would like to see on Instagram. A lot of people were saying that they wanted to go deep into the Battle of the Hoth, learn a little bit more about maybe some of the other warriors. Let's see, Dak leading up to his death. Maybe the guy who holds the ice cream maker on Cloud City. So that was my second most wanted one, especially with getting to see another ice cream machine prop in The Mandalorian. Kind of made him even a little more popular again. There's a guy in the background in Cloud City who runs out holding the ice cream machine prop, and in Legends he had a fun story. I think there's some stuff in canon about him too, but he actually was apparently holding some important stuff within the ice cream maker prop, and I would be very shocked if we don't get a story on him. I think that'll be a very likely story that we'll get. Maybe Lobot will get his own story. That's General Veers, Ozzel, Wedge, Boba Fett, any of those bounty hunters, as that was what Oscar 2814 said on our Instagram. So there's a lot of potential here, and I think that we're gonna get a lot of fun new perspectives, and canon will be added to because of this. It's just gonna be a really exciting story. Maybe we'll get a point of view of Luke's hand as it falls down after being chopped off. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, guys, this is going to be an awesome book. I'm really excited for it. And, of course, when it comes out, I'll be doing lots of reviews, posts, and things like that about it, and keeping you guys up to date with some of the stuff I like from it. And hopefully you guys will be able to enjoy reading it, or at least following along with me. Really, really excited for this book, like I said, guys. And thank you so much. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe for future Star Wars content, and as always, may the Force be with you.